couldn't be happier. I hope you'll all consider giving Joyce your vote on April 27th. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you our next Nahant Select Woman, Joyce Maroney.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, first let me say thank you to the people. There's a number of people in the room who've already been supporting me, and including standing on the causeway in the cold last night and this morning, so I really appreciate that. Not everybody here knows my family. My husband and campaign manager, Dennis Maroney. My daughter, Liz, over there in the Joyce Maroney shirt. My son, Ted, on camera. You should know both of my children, both of our children, I get corrected on that from time to time. Both of our children went to the Nahant schools, and both of my children ended up going to New York University. My daughter for international relations, and my son for film. So I'm very happy to see the film degree getting put to good use, if you ever wonder what people use film degrees for. They come back home. So I did want to talk a little bit today about why am I running for Select Woman, and why do I think that I can be a good Select Woman for you. First and foremost, Dennis and I moved to Nahant when we were newlyweds. We really didn't know anybody in town, but we were very captured by the beauty of Nahant, as well as it being a small town. I grew up in Rockport, Mass. Dennis grew up in upstate New York, and we both liked that small town feeling, and we figured that if we were lucky enough to have children, this would be the kind of town where we'd want to raise our families. And indeed, Nahant has never let us down on either of those fronts. It has remained for 27 years a beautiful place to live, a wonderful place to raise our family. Our children thrived at the Johnson School, made great friends when they went over to Swampscott, and frankly, for Dennis and I, we have made so many lifelong friends here in Nahant, many of whom are in the room today. And so I love you, and I appreciate that support. We've been very active volunteering in the town since, frankly, since our children were little kids, at Periwinkle, scouting, I'm going to say basketball and baseball. People who know me know I have absolutely no sports genes whatsoever. But my husband was very active in that kind of volunteerism. And I think many of you here today have been active in other volunteerism in town, the Preservation Trust, the Historical Society, 01908, all of the sports, the sporting organizations in town, and the various organizations that beautify our town and frankly keep our town a great place to live in. So I thank you all, and I think that continued invigoration of our volunteerism is just incredibly important to Nahant. I did spend 6 years on the FinCom, which were 6 hard years. I don't know, a few of you in here have been on the FinCom. There is a lot of math on the FinCom, but more important, frankly, there's a lot of negotiation on the FinCom. So I served 6 years total, 3 years as chair, and frankly, it was a lot of work. It also was a fantastic opportunity to learn a lot about the inner workings of the town that, frankly, I would have no reason to have understood without taking on that responsibility. So working with the department heads, with the town manager, the past town manager, the present town manager, learning how all of the various public services, the DPW, our safety services, the school, and all of the things that it takes to keep the town running efficiently. And frankly, you know, we all have our parts of the town budget that we're particularly fond of, but I can tell you that the people working in this town across the board do a pretty good job with pretty tight budgets. And we all know that we are relying heavily here in Nahant on our property taxes, and we all would like to keep those property taxes as low as they possibly can be. And at the same time, I'm telling you, those dollars are going pretty far to provide the level of services that we currently enjoy. I'm not going to tell you that it isn't going to be a difficult math exercise to continue to provide the services that we rely on, but I would like to think that after, I'll tell you, 35 years in business at this point, white hair, earned, every one of them, I do have a background in finance. I have an MBA in finance. I actually work in marketing now in high tech. But I think all of the different kinds of roles that I have had in business prepare me well for a role like this one. No matter what the issue is, everybody doesn't always get everything that they want. However, I think when you listen to people, especially the people who are going to be impacted by decisions, as well as the people who are going to have to carry those decisions out, that you get to a better final outcome. So I'd like to be a person on the Board of Selectmen who can help drive those better outcomes for the town. Frankly, it's been an honor for me to live in Nahant for 27 years, and it would be an honor for me to serve on the Board of Selectmen. So thanks for coming out, and thank you for your support. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And I want you all to eat the grilled cheese. Eat the Roxy's grilled cheese, please. Thank you.